Sorry, I can no, it doesn't. So I can share this. Share it. I can share.
Actually, it's fine. Turn to the right. Okay. This one will turn to the left. Yeah. This one to the right. Yeah. One away. Demonstrate once more. We are here. This side. You're going to turn to the left. Left and right check. Okay, let's work together.
One, two, three, four, one.
We're going to count 4 times. Next, you wait. And I say, parade, next. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it ready from the same process. Set up. Parade. Action. Sit. Parade. Right. Press.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Can you start moving? You don't raise your arm. You are your marker, and then you stretch it to your head. Yeah. Kawan. Stretch up your head, and then look to this side. And then when? Yeah. That's that, guys. Look that side, guys. Stand this side. And then, hurry. Set.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Indeed. Briefly, that's what we are going to do. Yeah? And then the fall out mark, you know? Keep it. Now. Dismiss. Dismiss.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Let's do it again. All the turning.
Before turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, turn.
Dismiss. Alright. Alright.
One, two, three, four, one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
One more thing. Salute. And when I will project your head. Bring all the stuff together. And then the path must be to the left. The missing finger touching the chest. Not this one. And they understand that.
No, está como bueno. Ya una está como no.
I've done that. You copy them up in
No, I compile. Let's go to
Inspector, you belong here. You don't.
my name is no, okay.
Yes, you are there.
This one is 28, 27. This one
Yeah, it's the 1.5 apart.
and then we go to
And then just be on the camera, guys. Hands up.
Yeah, chứ của Lea hay
cô Lea Hải nữa.
That side is okay. And when you do that,
What's your name? What were you expecting to see? What do I
Okay.
Not be looking good.
yeah, that's it. The country is not a part.
The drone?
Hey guys, it's not your head. Yes. Yeah, I understand. Make that. I don't want that more.
Margia, suatu sama kayak di sisinya.
General, salute! Salute!
I'm here at church. I've always wanted to talk to you. I'm here for you.
General, salute! Salute! 1, 2, 3, 4, and...
Ja, niet te zo.
Attention! 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Parade! Dismiss! 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Thank you, colleagues. Good afternoon, colleagues. Can I just kindly ask you to form up, but you can still be at ease. We're going to have a short program in honor of our sister.
Let's even choose and choose this side. Can come up here and then choose that side so that be part of the area. No, that side. Yeah, we're going to get that straight. What about picking up? Okay, that's beginning up. Let's come up here like this.
Thank you so much to my colleagues. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know that we are living in the harshest and most difficult times, so I'd kindly ask that strict protocols are observed concerning COVID-19. So let's practice social distancing, let's sanitize and all have our masks on. The Acting Chief of Police of the Johannesburg Metropolitan Police Department in absentia, Ms. Angela Mukasi, the Acting Director of the Operations Directorate, Dr. Aman Khanyago, the Acting Deputy Director of the Specialized Directorate, Dr. Mangole, Suputolo, Supmavuso, Suptabula, Supmasera, inspectors, colleagues, and neighbors, and most importantly, the Molebaloa family. I greet and welcome you all this afternoon as we honor our fallen sister colleague. As we open our program, I'd like to kindly ask our pastor, Pastor James, to open the program with a prayer. Pastor.
Alright, come, let us pray. Caps off.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1.
UNkulunkulu igama lakho uhlala wena Nkosi yami ezinzulwini zamafu unguqamata ongcwele nguwe Thixo wethu obonayo nasemazantsi enzonzobila yolwandle. Father, we thank you because ube nguThixo nanamhla kithi. Uma Nkosi yami besilele Thixo olungileyo uye Thixo namandla onke wasivusa wasinikeza Thixo olungileyo ingqondo namandla ukuthi Nkosi yami sivuke ekseni siphuthume emsebenzini owasiboleka wona. We thank you, Lord, because ube nguThixo kuthi noxa Thixo sesikushiyile sakuflathela Thixo namandla amakhulu. Silapha ke kulomuzi Thixo namandla amakhulu apho uthe mawuhamba ujikeleza Nkosi yami njengomalusi wezimvu wachonga Thixo olungileyo wabona uZeruiah efanelekile intoba useliqedile ibanga lakhe emhlabeni ngoko kulungile intoba asondele ngakuwe Thixo olungileyo. Siyabulela ke Thixo wethu ngobomi bakhe kunye nathi ngoba ke Thixo ubusibolekile. Kufanelekile Thixo wethu xa ubuyisela oko ubusiboleke kona ubuyisela kuwe. Thina sisho nje ngazwenye sithi kulungile. Simcelela ke Thixo wethu izixolelo eziphosweni zakhe nezono zakhe azenzile emhlabeni ukuze Thixo wethu abenyulu ahlale ngeneno kwakho kunye nengilosi zakho. Nansi ke Thixo le family ihlame Thixo olungileyo ngomoya wakho ingcwele ubenze Thixo wethu bazi baqhele intoba lonke ummiselo Thixo olungileyo wabekwe emyezweni eEden. Baze ke Thixo wethu bangakhalazi xa emana Thixo wethu ukwenza Thixo wethu inkulumo behlanganisa ngoko Thixo wethu abafanele intoba bakwenze Thixo namandla onke. Hlisa ke wena umoya wakho engcwele ukuthi apho bengavani khona apho bengaboni ngasonye ube nguThixo ngamaxesha onke. Nansi Thixo le leadership Thixo namandla onke ibisebenza naye uZeruiah Thixo namandla amakhulu inike Thixo wethu inhliziyo eziqhelayo nenhliziyo ezivumayo. Uba Thixo wethu ubusibolekile kungako Thixo wethu umbuyisela ngakuwe. Sonke ke Thixo sibethe bophe ngebhande lodwa ibhande lomoya oyingcwele. singafikisi ngesixoxo sithi apho singafikile ngakhona kufikelele wena ngawo Yesu Kristu inkosi yethu baze bonke ke abakholwayo bathi amen.
Parade, caps on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Thank you so much, Pastor James. Without wasting any time, at this moment I'd like to call Officer Apiri to do a tribute from colleagues. Officer Apiri, can you please come forward? Officer Apiri, uko Motorcading. Okay, let's just wait a split second. Just a split second. Tribute by a colleague, Officer Apiri.
Ke le dumedisa kaofela Feteha Modimo, ke dumedise matona a rona, ke dumedise di-colleague, ke dumedise balosika le ditsala. Wa emeng mo ke Apiri, well known as Bentene ya Merowetsem. Mawane ella ha ke sheba ka re mara ke Bentene man. Ke sa le monyane nyana ka nna Ben 5. Or maybe Ben 3. Ka re ma Bentene nyana matsatsi nyana ba tšatšaraga. Ntle le senya nako bagolo mme ga re betse mo o re thobetse. We didn't expect gore re ka ba re le mo ka nako e. Ka nako nngwe he re etsa metlae re feta re ithare re metlae eo e ka se fetoge whatever. I used to tell her gore a ngwadise mo mmereko mo dio tsage gore ke tla ke je boswa kante metla ya rona e fetoga I bona ke mo in short ke mo o mong o nna rata o tshega na tshega gore se stansile mara so sa teng o ka se ona no nga jiga kwata so ne setse re mo itse ka mo gae ne re mitsa moletsa ka mo gae because naka kwata mara na sa kwate swaka le dumela ne ka mo kwatisa mara hore dumela ka boshiwa ka ra tshega so ke ka mkhona le ka teng me Zeruiah me o mong o lerato ne ke re fela ba ga Zeruiah re balang ka ntho madi a tshulogile re latlhegetse ka ofela a mo gagwe o re wale ka khotso thank you
Thank you very much to Officer Apiri. Next, I'd like to call Intapoe to do a tribute as a shift commander. Inspector, may you please come forward?
Program director ke lebohe director Khanyago ke kene go director deputy Mangole soup Botolo soup Masera soup Khanyago soup Tabula soup Mavuso inspectors and all protocol observed ke rata le ho leboha family ya ha Molebaloa le the community at large. Ke ema mona ke emile khatong la shift ya Zeruiah Molebaloa. A ke tsore ke ka thoma kae but ke rata hore mo family family le tshidisege hobane hala lahlehelwa le lebang re lahlehetswe re le JMPD re lahlehetswe re le shift ene e sebedisana le Zeruiah hobane ka nnete mo eta e bua nnete Zeruiah ene e le motho ona rata ho tsheha haholo gore ona tsheha ebile aba a ntshe le dikeledi le ha re le mo parading hoseng re le mo parading or a kena fela a thola maybe setse ba bang ba fitlhile mo parading o tla re ha kena fela a ba kena a ye ka ditsheo ke be ke mo botsa ke ra o zizi jwanong ha so fedile yana molato ke eng a ka ska ba nkaraba o tla ba ile and then the rest of the parade e tla be le ka mohatsa hae o fetsang ho bua o ke mohatsa hae ke mohatsa hae wa mo shifting rona mo shifting ya rona rena le di couple rena le di comedian rena so ke bophelo bo re bophelang as a team so mohatsa hae we used to make jokes or o kre ha ba tlhobogana ba tle be ba fana di red card hae ndona nna ke sa mmatla ke mo file red card maloba wa bona so nning ba khutlelana happy ke be ke ba botse hore okay re feng date kante re ya ro celebrate ning lenyalo so ke botshelo bone re bophela mo shifting ya rona ene e tshwana le hane ha ile gore gona le oil ngore ba ba kwatisaneng I normally say ko bona a re khalemelaneng but it should start le lona so re ne re le family e ntseng yalo gore lana kwatile mo gatsa ha ena mo gona na gona mo kenya ka mo khoneng ka mole ba bua ba fitsa ba boa ba setse go le monate And the rest of the team, we are happy. That is what we were preaching. So Yana, she was just a cherry on top of our shift because kam khona rata o tsaya ka teng. So ke rata hore ka mafoko a Zizi mo robetseng teng o robale ka kagiso. Ka hore ke gopola ha ne ntse o nromela di melaetsa. There was a time when it is right, but it was my personal stuff. Zeruiah will send me messages, ang khothatsa, ang founela mpotsa hore ndona ke kopa hore o tie mo tumelong. Ndona ke kopa o rapele because ine ile mosadi ona believang mo thapelong gape gagolo le teng. The last few days ha a tlo tsamaya Zeruiah ona ntse a sa re sa sebetse lena ne ba fetsa ho remove from tactical to lo join operations. So the last day the next day at lo join operations, she was not well, but una sa bontshe ka re ke motho e leng hore o tla gatelega. The following day she did not come back to work so that we joined the operation side. And when I asked, then I was told she's not fine. And I believe the story says Zeruiah because Zeruiah was one person who was very dedicated ko mmerekong wa gagwe. Zeruiah o na rata mosebetsi. You will never get a time whereby Zeruiah 2 minutes she's not at work, never, not with her. Zeruiah ha ne re bula bus re lo sebetsa. She was the one who was leading my team in terms of stats. In terms of collecting revenue, she was the one on that top papa ka I'd say ne re ba khothatsa ka hore ha ba collectile a certain amount, I won't even mention how much. Then re ba khothatsa ka hore o qualify for a time due. The time due o acquire le tse ngata di time due, but she would never say kona ma'am ke kopa nka time due. She was not even pushy. Abatla we ipona dutse kwa because of accumulated the time due tse ngata. So she was that person o ileng hore when she's not at work, I can understand. This is a spiritual war e re leng mo yona. Mare fela ke kopa bolela hore ke fodile. Are ke fodile a ntse tshega through and through. Ndona ke fodile ebile wa tshega re he bakang wa tseba ke utlwela batho botlhoko ba ba sa itseng Jehova modimo. Are ha motho o sa tsebeng Jehova modimo o mo sonong. So ke kopa re rapele. So ke ka mo ke le khothatsang ka hore a re khubameng re le family ya ha Molebaloa le di colleagues tsa hae re khothatseng ka hore re rapele mme ntwa e re leng mo yona ya COVID e go sa itsweng gore ke selomang re khothatseng ka lengwele re kope Jehova modimo a bane le mohao ho rona le ho setjhaba sa Rantsho. Ke rata hore family le tshidisehe le ho wena mogadi ke kopa o tie because mama ha sa leyo. So ona le bo mangwane, ona le malome, ona le the rest of the family that's behind you and supporting you. Ke kopa o sebedisane le bona through and through until override. And le lona bo mangwane ba hae Vicky ke kopa hore le motshegetse. Hobane ke nako e leng hore hona tse fo yena e thata. Le mo feng mata le motisi ke ngwana wa lona. Ra tseba hore a re gola re goditsentse re bolelwa gore bo mangwane ke bo mme. So ka se sebaka ke lona bo mme ba gagwe. Ke kopa le motiseng le mo feng matla. Ke le kopa o tshidisa ka verse ya Psalm 23 e reng Jehova ke modisa wa ka ga nka ke ka tlhoka sepe. Ka nako nyane le e kgolo le ne le khutlele ho yona le re Jehova ka wena ga re tlhoke sepe o tsotlhe mo go rona. Ke a leboga family. Thank you.
Thank you for the beautiful tribute, Inspector. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives. Thank you. Before I move on to the next speaker, I just want to make a quick acknowledgement of Sup Khanyago. I know sometimes you might think that you are seeing double. Kante, no, we have an acting director of operations, Khanyago, no Sup Khanyago. Thank you. Our next speaker, who will be speaking on behalf of the Specialized Directorate, I'd like to call Acting Deputy Director, Senior Promoter, DD, Acting Deputy Director, Okay, no. There's change of plans. I'd actually call now Suputalo to do a tribute on behalf of the Specialized Directorate.
Ke leboge sebaka ke leboge motsereganyi ga ke itse nna ke bua Setswana ke Motswana tota motsereganyi itse our program director e re ke ise go tlasanyane re tlo nkutlwa hantle. When I talk about motsereganyi, I'm talking about the program director, and let me acknowledge the presence of our acting director, Director Khanyago, Acting DD Mangole, Superintendent Mavuso, Superintendent Khanyago, Superintendent Dabula, Superintendent, I'm always making mistakes, you are laughing. Superintendent Masera, Inspector Powe, Inspector Chimbunzi, Inspector Mpela, and other inspectors, officers, family, and not forgetting our sermon pastor. Thank you. Colleagues, I don't know where to start. But the person that I'm going to talk about, he was such a vibrant, jovial, and happy person. Besides being happy, he was so spiritual. When he talks, when he jokes, he will always throw spiritual words into what she's trying to say. But she was naughty. Very, very naughty. I'm going to talk about a little bit of the naughtiness. I still remember we used to execute warrants of arrest, and then we used to do drunken driving. We used to give them time of arrest, and then everybody was at Soweto Vocational. I still remember the day we were working in Soweto, and Zeruiah was left behind. Then we wondered, where's Zeruiah? Then everybody laughed. And then we said, one of the officers said, no, I think you should go. They went into the garage. Can you go and check? We said, all right, you, the rest of the officers, continue writing your statements, whilst myself and Acting Didi Mangola, we rushed to the garage. You know, what we found there, it was appalling. We stood behind Zeruiah. She was facing the suspect inside the garage. She bought the suspect a cup of hot coffee, very hot coffee. Then she was commanding the suspect to drink that coffee. And the suspect was complaining that the coffee is hot, I cannot drink it. He says, no, how sanu, we are trongo. And I so, how sanu, we are trongo. And we were standing behind. Now the gentleman wanted to say, look behind you. Then he said, yes. He fell on the floor. And instead of panicking, she was laughing. She kneeled down and laughed and just looked at us. And then we said, take your suspect back to the office and breathalyze your suspect. So that's Zeruiah for you. And there's many more. I still remember he was conducting a parade, and some of the colleagues are here. They will attest to that. Now the late Sergeant Semela was the supervisor. he was giving instructions. I don't know what did Zeruiah say to the supervisor. And it has never happened. He took the cat off and threw it on the ground. And by then, he was so serious, the supervisor. After throwing the cap on the ground, Zeruiah was kneeling down and laughing without saying anything. Now, I want to tell you the history. From Soweto, the very same sergeant said, hey, I think Zeruiah should go somewhere and work somewhere. Can you please look for a place for Zeruiah because I cannot. She was so hyper, very hyper. Hyper, but hardworking. She was a workaholic, what do you say? Workaholic, ne? And dedicated. Like the previous speaker, the inspector has already said that she was always on top of the list. And she doesn't want to be beaten. Let me make it clear to you. She wants to stay on top. And even with debates, she wants to come up as the top person. She moved to Freeway. And then at Freeway, I think she fell ill. She had a stroke. And for a lengthy period, and she was bound in the office for a certain period of time. And she came back to me. When she came back to me to say, I want to come back. I said, no, you're not going to come back. I'm not going to allow you to come back, more especially in that condition. And then she said to me, no, I beg you, I want to come back. And I'll do everything that you say. I say, even if I can say, go onto the road and start working, instead of you sitting in the office. She said, I'll do it. In so doing, I didn't know that I was healing Zeruiah from sitting in the office doing nothing because of she was always limpering. Then when she went back to the road, she joined a team in Sandton. And, you know, that's when I see the healing, that there is this healing, and I saw it with Zeruiah. And up to the last days, I think the last time when I spoke to her, she was requesting that I'm sick and tired of driving with young ones in the quantum. Can you please get my badge? And she will point you with those two fingers like that and say, "Wangutla about Mike." And she's the only one who was calling me about Mike, and I would accommodate that. Colleagues and family, in those words, I would like to say we've lost as a department. I know that you've lost as a family. She will also always be remembered. Remember that it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. You're still part of JMPD. Whatever problems that are prevailing, please, we are there to be your shoulders to cry on. With these few words, I would like to thank the program director and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, bless me now. Oh, bless me now, my Savior. I come to bless me now. Oh, bless me now, my Savior.
Yes, Lord. Oh, touch me now, my Savior. I come to. Yes, thank you, Dad.
Thank you, colleagues. Thank you, family. Thank you, Siputolo. At this moment, without further ado, it is an honor and a pleasure to call the acting Director for Operations to do a tribute on behalf of the department and on behalf of the acting chief in absentia. Director Khanyago.
Umusa, umuhau, umuhlodi le bophelong ba ka. Le ha diradi mpota potile wa mpha tshireletso. Modimo wa ka dula le nna o tshepehile. O re motho bolwetseng sekhutlwaneng sa gae se kgetheileng lekunutung le morena o mmolela tsohle tse mo kgathatsang tsa lefatshe. O re bua le nna morena, bua ke mametse ke kgale ke kula. Mmele wa ka o kgathetse mpulele tsela ke tle ho wena. Hanti Jesu na mbona halela jwalo. Wa mmitsa o re tlona o tle o fole matswalo. Ka se sebaka o bina pina o re ke sikile ke Jesu. Ke dutse ho yena fubeng sa hae ke a kgatholoha. Ke apere lerato ka matsatsi ohle. Hakina pelaelo. Hakina pelaelo. To the bereaved family, the very most important people for today, the JMPD management, colleagues and ladies and gentlemen. It's a pity God does not negotiate. You ask yourself, if there are so many criminals, if there are so many looters, abaluta amamolina, my factory and everything, why would God choose a police officer who is a representative of God and custodian of law and order? Who do you give me in the place of Zeruiah? Bengizakhetha kulaba bebaluta eNatal noma 500 yabo, so that they die and replace Zeruiah, because she had a purpose to be in this world. She had a purpose to be a police officer. You know, our kind of job is the one that is not very much appreciated. It's never thankful to people. We give our lives for the community, and we take an oath of office and swear that we will uphold the Constitution and the community that we serve. But the very same community will be the one that will be killing us. Is the one that kills us. Now recently, with these looting stories, somebody was saying, asihlasele namaphoyisa. Every house in a poisa must be attacked and people must be killed. Very strange. Nomunye umfundisi was cursed what we must die. Atibabulale with their families, kill them, God. You see, that's one reason if people in churches say something and do something, then people will not come to church. I always said that's why Abu Mama Pela. There was a man ohambeno Mama Sendlini by Yesontweni. Nabangene Sontweni. Umama uhamba phambili. Oh, yeah. No, ubaba uhamba phambili. Umama uyacula uthi Sathani sihaba motsileng. Kisayilo rapela. Usathani ulo baba uhamba phambili. The next week ubaba wahamba emuva. Kula ati sirasen setse morao. Since tisa urapela. Ubaba wangala. Azang asa Yesontweni. And the only church at Kwela Bubaba siyayazi ngithi. Yeah. Ezinye lezi bubaba bagcwalisa koleka mara bahlele ekhaya. Until the day ashona bese bayomncwaba bakhuluma manga ukuthi beyangalovi isonto. It's very difficult to produce a police officer. Going through a lot of training, theoretical and practical, just to produce one person who's gonna be very crucial in the community. That is why I get cross when God makes it easy for criminals to kill police officers. Just yesterday, I slept about 12. I was in Bramfisher. Because some people, you call them your brothers from other mothers and all that, they just decided to attack two of our officers. And they took one firearm. Fortunately, the one that was assaulted was never killed. The vehicle was shot. And when we do it, you call it police brutality. When they do it to us, you are all quiet. When somebody assaults, a police officer is assaulted by a member of the public, akunama camera. But if police officer amesi a member of the public ngeklapha angamshaya amese, then there's 50 cameras. Police brutality. Then we wonder on whose side are you as the community? The side of the criminals or the side of the police officers who are custodians of law and order and who are there for you? Our kind of profession is a very difficult one. You may say goodbye in the morning. Instead of coming back in the morning, in the evening, these people will be coming in to say, never again shall you see your child, your mother, your brother, or whoever. But we still are devoted and dedicated and determined to go on and protect and to serve the people that we believe we love, that we believe they deserve safety and security. Then you go Kozola, chasing a criminal. Ungena kwenye indlu. Na ufika wena kunomunye gogo uhlele lapha esitulweni. Gogo awubonanga umunye umfana, hayi mfana mangibonanga umuntu solo ngihlalele la ngiwana. Akungenanga umuntu, hayi. Gogo ugqoka iroko elikhulu. As you talk, you can hear man, there's somebody breathing heavily. Mara, you can't see ukuthi uphilo umuntu. Gogo ushosho awubonanga umuntu. Ati no, I haven't seen umuntu la. Solo ngihlele ngiyi-one. Manje kunalezi zinto zabu abuse and gender what and harassment. Mara, in the same breath you must do your work. Manje usabu ukuthi gogo phakamisa man ukuthi ugogo uthatha icriminal uyifehle ngaphansi kweroko uthi angiyibonanga. And manje nakumele uzobopha nogogo enye problem ukuthi ufihla isigebengu. Let us say condolences to the family. And thank you that you gave your daughter to work with us and to serve the community of Johannesburg. And say sorry that we have to bring her back in this manner. We would appreciate to be calling you to farewell function of some sort after she has done her years and reached the pensionable age. Uguti ati goodbye to the job. But our plans are not God plans. Utwang lunaba swabilen le khatetse ndipelo. Yaka le tsedisang uteng isali ena Jesu. Ha bohloko bo kena bo tuba. Utle o shebe sefapanong sa gologota. Se diba sa maphodi. Mfundisi angifuna ukuba mfundisi ngisafuna ukuzoba umfundisi. Yazi na ukhuluma kumele ungathathi kakhulu lezi bafundisi bafuna ukuzikhuluma. Ngifuna ukuthi one day nami angisupport nangifuna ukuba umfundisi. Because now umfundisi Mr. Mangole lidi kuku ukratse di soft it. Li Zedi monate akire ntate Mangole. Di kuku zedi monate. Pa bontate ba reka di dinner set le di tea set tsa bo 20,000 di ankiwa di beiwa mole di belwa ntate Moruti. Wena go na le komiki ya lezenkenyana ge o ka nka komiki mole ya suka ke batla he setse ke le Moruti ke gone o re ke bua le phuthego he ke sheba bomme le ke sheba bontate go ka se tshwane he ke sheba bontate ke tlo re letla shwale ga Satan he ke sheba bomme ke re khotso wa ratuwa o shebe bontate o re le fifile le tshulutsu le mofuteng o khopo ha o sheba bomme e bile o ntsha le leleme wa re ikgethe lona ba Jesu khabang ka khalalelo ke di benefits tsa o ba Moruti. In conclusion, there was this father talking to the son. A re ngwanaka he ke tlhokofetse ho tlotla baruti ba tlotšhaka he o tla moruti wa apostola o fihle dikuku tsa montlo ge go tla moruti wa ZCC o fihle di fish oil le dikofi he o tla moruti wa Mozalwane yo di credit card o di fihle ka ofela fela ke a o kopa ngwanaka ge go tla moruti wa Wesele gatla ke a o kopa tu ngwanaka ya o fihle mmago ngwanaka. I don't know why. Jesu ha batle mashata Jesu o utlwa thapelo letle le kopane le Jesu ka thapelo ha le phirimile o tla le nea boroko ha dutse ka re ho sekepe a ithobaletse he se Thomas etsa mitlholo sekepe le ba mo rapelang ba tsamayang le ena ba lebetse hore dillo ha di motsose le he lela le rasa le etsang wa ithoballa Jesu ha utlwe ka morao ga nako ba rapela ntate Moruti Jesu o utlwa thapelo a khalimela lewatle sefefo sa thola. This too shall pass. Tloela botluko bo tshwenye bosiu. Tloela dillo di be teng bosiu. Tloela baloi ba ipapalle ka wena bosiu. Tlohela mathata a o fitlhele e le bosiu. Ke nako ya teng. Fela o Jesu ufike ekseni sebathi baqedile ngawe afike akunika amandla amasha. Thank you very much. Ngiyabonga. Uyahala, uyahala li Jesu, Jesu wamahu uyahala lila halali uyahala lila la lila Jesu, Jesu, Jesu wamahu uyahala lila uyahala lila Jesu, Jesu wamahu uyahala lila ahala uyahala lila uyahala la lila Jesu, Jesu, Jesu nduna e iwane mo jempidi e tsebang go bina ba bangwe ba dololo.
Thank you so much. That was the acting director of operations, Director Amon Khanyago. At this very moment, I'd like to kindly ask a representative from the bereaved family to come give us a vote of thanks.
Bagaetsho ke a le leboga lotlhe go tla mo ausi wa ka na tlo itumela thata ga bone di senior di tlile ha. She will feel much honored, and in full respect she was God fearing somebody. She was very religious, my sister. And then ba ga Molebaloa ra leboga There was a speaker, a head on Abuare. It would been more privilegious if he could have delivered Zeruiah to us, still alive, in the form of a celebration of retirement or whatever. But it's God's luck, God's. There's nothing we can do or say. But the respect and the honor you gave us, and
Thank you so much, Pa. And we're almost at the end of our program, but before we move on, I just kindly ask my colleague Guti Stule Izembe for Zeruiah.
Embesili bolegiwe lela liwelela oliwelela ibang free colleagues ibang colleague every ziwelela isembesili bolegiwe lela liwelela la liwelela oliwelela la liwelela 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 isebesili bolegiwe la liwelela isebesili bolegiwe la liwelela oliwelela liwelela oliwelela lela awuchumya tuyisembesili bolegiwe la liwelela liwelela.
Thank you so much, colleagues. Before I hand over to Pastor James, as was valela iprogram yethu ngomthandazo, a quick announcement for tomorrow's funeral. The service will start at 8 in the morning here at home and will proceed to Avalon Cemetery at 10. Now I'll hand over to Pastor Azos Valela.
Sit up. Break. Caps off. One, shot, one, shot, one.
It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. O Tata Macholo, O Modimu, O Mohau, you are great, O Lord. Sigmemile ma besiqala inkonzo. As we invited you, O Lord, suzwile ubukhona bakho phakathi kwethu. Sifike inhliziyo zidandathekile. Sifike inhliziyo zingaziyopha. Kodwa ngoku Nkosi yami, we thank you because siyabona ukusmayila ebusweni bayo le family. Okusho khona ukuthi bazwile ma bekukhulunywa nabo kuthiwa thuthwini lalani ke ngalo inxeba akuhlanga lungehliyo. Besezawulungisa ke Nkosi yami, besaqhubeka nokulungisa. Hlala nabo uqhubeke ukuba nguThixo. Nawa ama colleagues nayi Nkosi yami nayo le management bezawulungisa nabo belungiselela itomorrow, banikeze amandla, ubanikeze ingqondo ukuthi Nkosi yami bakwenze oku ngempumelelo. Size sithi ke kugcineni lutufefe lenkosi yethu Yesu Kristu, uthando lukaThixo nomdlalo womoya engcwele lungaphumula phezu kwethu sonke, lusilawule, lusigcine, lusikhonze, lusikhokhele ngoku nangonaphakade. Amen.
Thank you so much to the bereaved family for giving us this opportunity. Thank you to our leadership, colleagues, friends and neighbors. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and may Zeruiah's soul rest in peace.
Ça en fait. Anne posile no chantrasa.
Colleagues, refreshment ba re le ka kena la grepanyana. Ke kopa le keneng.
Ngena na.